We've talked to Kendall quite a bit about the defense and kind of getting back to who you guys are on that side of the floor. What's that look like, and why do you feel like you guys were able to do that on Wednesday?
Yeah, at practice, that's all we worked on, just defense and having a lot of intensity on defense. And defense is a part of our identity. Like, we want to get stops and we want to just lock people up. So that's what we worked on a lot at practice, and it did translate to the game.
How much of that is like sustainable to carry over game when it sounds like a lot of it's like very energy based?
Yeah, it does take a lot of energy for defense, and I feel like defense is also mental too. Like, it definitely helps with mental push, and fighting through fatigue. But it does take a different type of focus to do that. So it's just, again, like at practice, just doing that at practice. If we do that for 3 hours at practice, then we can do it for 40 minutes for a game.
For you personally, what's just kind of the last two games meant for you to kind of get going? What do you feel like you've been able to work on that's benefited you on the court?
Oh yeah, I thank God for that. My coaches and my teammates, like, they push me so hard in practice and they believe in me. So being able just to get back into it all comes from just staying focused and just trusting the process and having a great staff and great teammates around me.
You guys have already dealt with a lot of injuries so far this year. Has that been difficult for you guys to kind of adjust to, or do you feel like it kind of strengthens you heading into Big Ten play?
Yeah, I feel like having injuries, it definitely strengthens the team, but also it does hurt the team too. But one thing about Illinois, we always find a way to push through, and I know Coach Green always says next woman up, and we just continue to be there for each other and push each other in those hard moments.
How much did you guys grow just playing without Makaira, who's so important, or Cam, or even Gretchen for a game?
Yeah, I believe we grew a lot, and I know we didn't have her on the court, but she was still there with us, at practice and stuff like that. So Makaira, she leaves a great presence on the floor, and playing without that is hard, but it definitely helped us to just come together more and just figure things out.
Coming out of those two high major games, Marquette and Notre Dame, like what can you take from that? I know they were losses, but what can you guys take as you get closer to Big Ten play?
Yeah, I feel like it helped us realize that we just got to clean up a few things, but it really did show our fight for those games. Like, we didn't just lay down, like, we're going to fight to the end. And I'm glad it's the beginning of the season that we have things to figure out, but those were really good games for us, and I just believe it just showed us the simple things that we just got to clean up.
How do you handle, having that defensive responsibility? They like to put sometimes the best wing. You'll take that responsibility. How do you kind of feel about that?
Yeah, I love that. Like, I always want to guard the best player and lock them up. It's just a mentality that I have, and I'm gonna take every role that I am given on this team. So if I gotta lock up the best player, then I'm gonna do that.
How much does that defensive side of the ball kickstart your Phoenix transition, and how important is that to you, what you guys want to do?
Yeah, defense is very important for Phoenix. Without defense, we couldn't play Phoenix. And the main three things that Coach says before the game is defend, rebound, and run. So we gotta get stopped so we can get those rebounds and go into Phoenix.
Pretty good.